This is a view of the, well, right in the engine bay area where I stuck my head here right next to the starter, and I'm trying to get the wiring for the water temp sender in here. You can see the sender right there, and I'm trying to figure out, well, I'm just temporarily going to do it because it's really exhausting. I'm going to probably hook it up to this ignition wire, this thing that has the plug on it. It comes through here on top of the starter, and right when it hits by the thermostat, I'm going to bring this wire down where I have this little sheath on it. I'm going to bring it down and try to bury it inside here and take that along the way it's been. This thing holds the ignition wires and water temp, so now it's going to hold the water temp gauge. Well, this car does have a gauge, but it doesn't tell you the real temperature. It just is kind of like a little gauge, and I don't know if those senders are any good after 50 years. So this is where the purple wire is routed for now, and you can see I just kind of zip tied it up against the original wiring harness, and it's going through that grommet over there, and that's the way it's going to stay till the next time I pull the engine out. I might take up the slack on that purple wire there. But that's what the wiring harness looks like back here. It's looking messy when you start adding things, but that'll just be temporary. This is the starter cables, and this is these two cables are, this is the starter, goes to the starter solenoid. When you turn the key, this gets powered. And then this in the same sheath is the charge cable for the alternator, which is a pretty large wire that I installed that goes up to a distribution block next to the battery to charge the battery and the rest of the car. So that's in that sheath. So there's two of them. There's a bundle here for charging and starting, and then this is the bundle for instruments that they all kind of follow through there. There's a big union right here where some wires go up this way and go up to the ignition module, and there's another coupler that I got from a more modern car. I forget what that couples, but probably ignition parts, where I felt that maybe it'd be easier to not have it in the harness, that I can take it apart. Yeah, the yellow wire there I recognize is probably to the regulator. So it goes up to the front distribution block, and it monitors the power the car is using and regulates the alternator output. So that's probably to that. I guess that's about all I'm going to do in here for now. I'm going to try to see if I can get this thing hooked up and get it working.